check. Checking the mic. 10 seconds left. Turning the music down. It's been a long time since I've done this, so let's see if I can do this correctly. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, I'm late. Oh no. There we go. Okay, looks like I'm officially on camera. Let me make sure I hit the blur button right. There we go. Okay. Hello everybody. I'm finally live again. I'm gonna have to start talking for a long time once again. Sorry if I keep looking over here. It's my stream. I haven't done this in a long time, so gotta get used to everything. I was actually still trying to look for the YouTube settings to make sure the low latency mode is... like, there's a way to turn it down, and I can't remember how, unless they've removed the feature, so... I was spending the entire countdown looking for that and couldn't find it, so... From what I've seen on my little preview screen over here, not this one, but a different one I'm using an account to watch the stream with, I'm about 20 to 25 seconds delayed, so any message you send I will not see for about 20 to 25 seconds. This is one thing that I really liked about Twitch, and I'm going to have to do everything in my power to set that back up, because I haven't been live on Twitch in almost like a year and a half maybe. So that will be more focused towards games, but I just need to get back into the loo of things and test my Wi-Fi, since I'm not using my Ethernet cable, to see how well the stream works today. So that'll be the big premise of today. I'm going to try and be live for maybe 2 to 3 hours. We'll see how well my attention span works with that. The next thing is what we'll be working on here in terms of what'll be the stream. I may still play some games just to retest how like the encoder works while playing a game, because this is all done on one machine. So if you see me play Scum for a minute just to really test and stress my GPU, I want to see if there's an actual like somewhat of a difference. Since I don't want to say it's a different power system, but like different building, new apartment, obviously. Sorry, just looking. I forgot if I have the window open back there. I don't think I do. I want to see if it's gonna have less dirty power, because the last house I lived in was built in the 60s. So I don't know if that affected game performance and stuttering at all. I've felt like it's a little bit better, but that might have just been because I haven't been playing games very often in the past 2 weeks, and just seeing high refresh rate gaming again maybe would just look brand new to me all over again. I don't know. So I've been playing games for a little while, seeing it all do that, but I need to see what it's like while streaming, because things like the filters and stuff do affect performance, and I need to tweak that as necessary. So I may do some gaming at the beginning here, but as I said in my update video, I'm supposed to be focusing on Blender stuff here. So Blender stuff, fun stuff, maybe weird reactioning in the future, watching videos and reacting to them. I don't know if I'll ever actually do that, because I just watch people who do that and they're in the drama sphere, and I don't know if I'm a hypocrite or not by saying I don't want to get involved in that, at least not live. I can do that all I want when I'm offline, but that's just a potential thing in the future, especially if we watch like cool people YouTube stuff. So, and I can voice my opinions on it. But yeah, Project Hyrule Kart is, I feel like, was the first contender I wanted to like actually see if I can figure out where I am again, because Pack 2 has been in the works basically for 2 years, which is funny because Pack 1 almost took 2 years, but that was learning how to do it from literally like nothing. I didn't know how to mod Wii U stuff. I didn't know how to mod Switch stuff. I had to learn how to animate, learn how to edit the models, learn how to put them in the game. All that was the 2-year process. This one is just pure laziness and life. So, one thing I'm concerned right now is during the countdown, I don't know if my system volume made the sound at all on the stream. I'll get to watch that later. But my USB sticks, which have the project on them, keep turning off, and that concerns me. I may have to find a new spot or a new way to power them, because they keep turning off periodically, and I don't like that, because I have been working on other Blender projects since I moved in here, and they're also stored there, and every time I'm on it and it goes off and goes on, it scares me that they're going to get deleted, so I may have to fix that sometime within the next day or so. That worries me. They worked fine at the other house. I may have installed it differently, or who knows what. Maybe it's just because it's in a different plug now, different power strip, or it's not plugged in all the way. I have no clue. There could be a myriad of problems. But I'm still updating about life right here. So almost ready to start testing. I'm on an outdated. I hear Ryujinx, which is the Switch emulator, maybe back, and this forked version I'm using, which I thought was going to be the new one, is very outdated. But I need to just make sure, one, the mods are working, and two, I know what I'm doing again, because again, I haven't really worked on Project Hyrule Kart since I last streamed, which was at minimum December, maybe November, around there. So, wow, Ingo, it's getting dark in there, over in the corner. So I'm going to kind of get my bearings up with that, and we may just start with there. So I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit, and pause it as necessary, so we can start testing out Project Hyrule Kart again. It's going to be fun to play Mario Kart again. I'm booting the thing up. I think it's going to have to cache shaders again, too. So let's go to webcam plus screen. There I am. I'm going to make sure the mods still have them. Pack 1, Pack 2. Open up the file system. Let's go to driver. You guys won't be able to see this very well because I'm not streaming at 1440p, but my monitor is. These look like the files. I haven't opened them up in forever. Looks like Ganondorf is taking over Bowser. I can't remember if this is the one I was messing with the cape physics. Seeing the bones right here, looks like that is the case. So, I think I was trying to get his hair to wiggle, because Bowser's hair in the game has wobbly physics, and I was trying to make sure that his cape did that, but I can't remember what makes that not work right in a lot of these animations. I think I only have the cart ones on him. The trick to the cape physics, which I'm trying to just go off the top of my head right now. I may have to find the original Bowser model, which means I'm gonna have to go here really quickly. Just go to the straight up. Where is it? Manage DLC? No. There's just the file folder somewhere. Let's see. Mods directory, manage mods, manage cheats, manage DLC, manage title updates, open user, save device, directory. I can't find it. This is how you know it's been a long time. I guess I'm just gonna have to go to the old file. So let's go over here. I think it should be in... Where is it called? Emulators and games. Is it Ryujinx? No. I should have it just called Switch stuff. Switch ROMs. Dumps. This title. Driver. Here we go. So his name is Koopa. There's Koopa Jr. I just need to see what direction his hair is sticking up initially, and then try and model the cape to go in that direction. Because when I was modding Zelda, which we may be able to check really quickly, when I was modding Zelda, I had to model her hair upwards, because I think that's how Peach's hair also starts, and the physics work better that way if you get them to do that. So his hair physics seem to not really matter, I guess. It could be... I guess I don't remember, just because I haven't played Mario Kart in a while. I guess there's only one way to... Trial by fire. Trial by fire. Here we go. I'm trying to stay caffeinated, too. I don't have AC in this room, so I'm trying to pump cold air into here through fans and other stuff. I think the volume's good with that. Oh, Xbox controller buttons. Okay. let's do time trials, just to be on the safe side. So there's Ganondorf. He sounds funny with Bowser's sound set. Okay, so his cape looks like it's drooped down. We'll just give him that layout. Oh yeah, I gotta do all the texture work too. Oh, I forgot that process of modding is gonna be fun. So his cape, it looks very static. I wonder if we should just change. Oh, his cape's doing the thing. Because this is before the future Ganondorf. Because there's the timeline where he's in Child Link, and then when Child Link pulls the sword out, there's an older Ganondorf with like a different cape. So this is the smaller one before he takes over Hyrule. It looks like it's actually working the way I want it to. So I think maybe the only thing I want to do with Ganondorf, model-wise, I think I don't need to do anything to him anymore. I fixed the clipping in his cape, and the cape physics in general. I just need to do new tricks for him. Because the main issue I have is making sure his tricks align with that weird one where he does the little explosion. The best way for me to explain that really quickly, if we don't remember from the old stuff, is Bowser has a third jump when you're using the gravity tricks, so we'd have to go on something like Mario Circuit, or my favorite, I think, to test is Wario Stadium. Whenever you use the gravity trick, it's called Trick 3. I thought it froze for a second. He spawns a fireball, and I don't know how to get rid of that because it's not embedded into the file I'm using to edit. So I'm just trying to build around it and just make Ganondorf do some weird magic trick. Since he does use dark magic, you know, he shoots one at young Link. Did a whole animation about that. But we're going to show it up right here. So he'll do his boom. So I don't know if I want to change that or not, because I feel like Ganondorf is actually almost polished enough to not have to redo him at all. It's just going to be interesting on relearning how to do all the sounds and changing his textures, because he still uses Bowser's icons and color scheme, and we need to change that. His title in the game's changed, his icon on the screen's changed. So it's just kart textures and sounds, and I think Ganondorf may be done. What I need to really do is do more research and see if there's a way to expedite the animation process, because since I'm such a Blender, I don't want to say fanatic, but I've learned that first. I want to figure out a way to do anim and exports through Blender without weird errors. Because the way I have to export all these animation is I have to take two bones, the one the game uses and the ones I use to animate, bake it into the one the game uses, and then export that out into Maya, because Maya has the proper .anim format. And then have to re-export it as an anim into a file system for the game to read correctly, and doing that one at a time is a bitch to do. Very time consuming, and I wish there was a way to like batch do it, or just have Blender let me do it off the bat. So I may have to take more offline time to relearn how to see if there's a method to do that, because Blender's changed a lot since I started modding this game, and other people have found different ways to do various things with Blender, and if I found out they had a way of doing it, then I will definitely do it. So Ganondorf looks pretty good. The only issue I think I've seen with him on the model here is there's some texture work here that I think I even changed these by myself too, but one of his blink textures it doesn't look like it's using. Oof. Those are speculars. Oh, okay. There's something about him in the game sometimes that makes it look funny when he's doing a specific animation. Let me see if there's a way to bump it up here. So, I think it's this one. Okay, so you may not be able to see it off the bat in-game as much as like I would, because I'm looking for it. I think his eyes are completely separate polygons. You can kind of see it there. His nose right here clips. I don't know why. I can't remember what I had to do for this one. I may just have to adjust them. Because they're also, I don't want to say AI upscaled, but they're definitely upscaled. How many, is there only 10? I think there's only 10. Okay, I thought it was going to be weird specular mapping, but this doesn't look like it's, oh, here we go. This might show it off better. I thought maybe something didn't look right. One thing I did learn since I've started editing Ganondorf, like his textures. I think everybody, if you think about it. So even Ingo, Malon, and Talon, the textures I have here for normals are really bad. And that's because I used a program called Materialize, which to me doesn't do normal maps correctly. I think they're actually used for a different normal mapping format. There's two of them. There's OpenGL and DirectX, and I think OpenGL is the one that this game uses. Because the way it makes one, I'm going to have to find the data for this real quick. Or just find some textures. I'll just use the tree that we had there earlier, so I'll just copy this over, paste that. There we go. Yeah, we'll do bark, why not? So, bark texture. This is funny in the background here. We don't want that anymore. Yes, I do. Okay, and we can turn that back on. But here's bark texture. So, here's the normal map for it that was generated through a different program. But this one can generate it based off the height data, which you can customize, and then you make a normal map. This one's way different, and you can make it crispier. Actually, this one isn't a bad representation of what I'm talking about, but generally, things like people's textures, faces, eyes, skin, doesn't translate as well on this program. And there's an NVIDIA texture exporter tool, which to me does them a lot better. So here is the bark texture, and I can tell it to do normal map and then edit it from here. So this one looks really soft, and I can't remember how to actually edit it. It's been so long. I just remember the program because I had to do stuff in Blender on a different program, and it looked so much better. Whatever Blender uses is like different, and it worked better on this. So I'm going to figure out how to edit this. I forgot. Height generation. I think that there's a style you can do. Alpha field height. Whoa! Image options. Cut out alpha. Input information. No, bitmaps. I don't need bitmaps to be displayed. I'm just editing the actual. Is this the type? Normal map. Format. No. How did I edit this? 3x3, 9x9, min Z scale. I may have to watch a tutorial. Override sRGB. There's the compression level. Maybe it is this thing. No, it's not changing. And now I probably screwed it up. So, I don't know what I'm doing. These are effects. I'm seeing it change the image. I just want it to be like exaggerated here, and I forgot how to do that. We don't want bitmap options. Height generation. Okay. So this is the Ah, figured it out. Okay. So if you just wanted to be way more pronounced for games, that's how you change it. Big thing is the scale. But generally, something like that is easy to read, and it's customizable. And this one does look really good. I guess it was a terrible example, but see how Ganondorf's face here. I'm pretty sure if I did it through this program instead of whatever I used to materialize, it probably would look a little better, and I might try and do that because his normal maps are all pretty good except for his face. His face almost looks like they're inverted, and I need to fix that. Which is why I was saying, as his textures changed for this, I felt like they looked off. See, look. Wait, which one was it? This one looks completely backwards compared to the other ones. And I think if we... like, the other ones make it look like his eyeballs are sticking out. And this one's, like, closed, so they're, like, sticking in. It's hard for me to describe, but I feel like those are the only things I need to change for him. And I need to start adding... do I have his bike animations? I think so. They just need... oh. Is that what I grew tired of last time I was messing with him? I think if I did... let's see. Those are baked. I don't want any baked files. So mbike drift. I think... mbike bad. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's looping because it's not all 90 frames. There we go. Okay, I was worried there for a second. I was like, why is he so violent? Let's go with cart again. Cart. Wait. So I think what I had to do was edit. I did end up editing the cape to fix it because it did do the thing where it was like this, and we didn't want that. So I think I edited them all to be facing downward, and then I was like, okay, my brain's hurting. I'll do the exporting later, and I still have to do all of the bike animations again. So that'll be a thing we're gonna have to do, but maybe I will start working on rigging Link, because Link... oh no, I remember what I was also doing. I was trying to figure out how to get Link to be over the Inklings, because there's two Inklings I can use. I can use one for Adult Link, one for Young Link. And they were both gonna have it where, since you can choose 3 colors, you can pick the 3 tunics, and that's why I wanted the Inklings to be the one that took over. The problem is with the Inklings, where's that folder? Here it is. With the Inklings, which I think they have to call them, where are they? Splatoon Boy. So they have a thing where they swap models. That's where I was stuck at. They swap. No. I want to just make that big. There we go. So there are 2 models, and when he does a certain trick, which I think is jump C, or is it jump B? It's probably jump B based off his arm movement because it's simplified. What happens here is as he's turning, he's coded to disappear, and then this plays at the same time, and he appears as the squid, and then as he's turning back, he turns back into himself as Lance. I have to figure out how to make that look good. I figured out how to change the colors, which I was trying to figure out how to make that where he doesn't change models at all, so we can just focus on this animation. But I don't think that's possible. They might be hard-coded in somewhere where I can't edit it in the game. And what I'm going to have to do is find a way to take the second model here, which it's good to know right now how many vertexes, how many triangles I have in the budget to make the other Link. I'm gonna have to make 2 Links in this one file. Hopefully I can find a way to make the textures the same, because I think those are stored in a completely different file, which is why the Splatoon boy is smaller than a lot of other ones. That's also because, well, no, he's bigger because he has that, but we also need the driver text, because that's these ones. So the reason why he's low resolution here is because all his actual textures are stored in a completely different file. But oh, there's the squid texture. So a squid texture is, compared to his full texture here, half the resolution, which is tricky, because if I want him to do the same pose, like I want Link to do maybe, for example, the spin attack, because that doesn't take a lot of movement to do that. He kind of just spins as he jumps into the air. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make the higher resolution texture look. I either make them the same resolution and take a hit on Link's texture quality. Hopefully, maybe make it so, like, the normal maps are maybe lower, so I have more file size to work with. Because if I go over a certain texture size limit, not texture size, texture file size, like the whole model, if it goes over a certain, like, megabyte, which I think, I can't remember. Usually the rule of thumb is to not go over whatever the old files. Oh, I heard the Windows sound. There it goes. If you go over its initial file size, it starts crashing the game. So what I need to do is sacrifice texture somewhere else, which I could probably do that in the faces here. These are pretty large for this. Link doesn't have huge ones. But if I can make this match this resolution, that should be fixed. The only other problem is, since I'm going to have 2 models of Link here, the squid skeleton, which means I'm going to have to rig Link twice. The squid skeleton is a lot more simplistic. There's a lot less bones to animate, so I'm going to have to pick and choose what goes where and what moves when he does that trick, and that's what's going to make it super complicated. I'm going to have to do that twice for both Links, so that's what's going to suck. But I can't remember if I even have a Link ready to go to be edited. So we'll close Ganondorf for now. Close the texture tools exporter. Go back to here. So that, yeah, that's good. Backup. What are the backup ones? Splatoon boy. Is this Link? No. This ones I was gonna edit. Is it actually that file size, or am I screwing with stuff with that backup one? I'm actually intrigued now. So that's the texture file we want. Driver, Splatoon boy, 2055. This one's 2055. Okay, so that is a true backup. Good to know. You may want to put the Splatoon boy there for now. And the even more fun part, which I may have to do, Splatoon girl has more file size to work with, so whatever Link needs more file, I'll have to flip-flop them. Hopefully the skeletons match up, because I think if you mismatch skeletons, the game also freaks out. And I needed to get his skeleton ripped, which I don't think Blender can do properly. I had to use 3ds Max to convert it to a file that Blender can read, so Maya can read it. It's so stupid. But let's open up another instance of Blender and see if we can find a working copy of how far Link is. Because before Project Hyrule Kart actually even got, like, conceptualized, they never had a public ripped file of Young Link and Link on, like, the models resource or really anywhere on the internet. So what I had to do a long time ago was find a way to rip it myself and start piecing together Link. But now, today, they have a fixed version of Link you can just download. So, let's see. Oot Link with Splatoon Skeleton V1. It just looks like it's the Splatoon I think I was just getting the skeleton on that file, so that's not really edited yet. And then there's Link. Oh, is this IK armature? Oh no, this is the one I think I'm mirroring. So I'm going to take this one. Ooh, wait. Ooh, Link blend. Okay. I'm just trying to get my bearings on what I was doing here. Link, copy before edit. This is the ripped model of Bones. So, the other great thing about using the Inklings is they have a gun. They have a gun, a Splatoon splatter gun, that I can use for the sword to spawn when I need to for tricks and stuff. So, it looks like I'm going to be working with this one and have it retrofitted to the Splatoon one. So I'm going to have to open yet another instance of Blender. This one. I can't remember why I animated this. There's a reason why, and I forgot why. Oh, I think what I was doing was Blender anim export testing, which didn't pan out so well. So this is like redundant information. We just need the skeleton. Okay, so there's the skeleton. Why is it scaled in a certain way? Let me make sure these are both scaled. One, that one. Oh no, I can't remember scale reference size. I may need to bring someone in. Oh no. Why are you doing... Oh, I gotta get rid of all the animation data off of you. Okay. So, let's go to Blender File, Actions, Delete, Delete. You shouldn't have any animation data now. I think is good. Your frame reference here should be fixed. Now we just need a scale. I need to import like Ingo Mario Kart and just get a kind of a... Oh, what am I doing? I'm gonna save this one. Won't hurt. Yeah, shut up. I don't know what's going on here. I just need... Yeah, we can just mess with this again. I need to get Ingo or someone functional like Ganondorf best as a scale here. Copy him in. Paste him in. Copied, selected 0 objects. Paste. No objects to paste. Copied, paste. Is it doing a stupid thing? Oh, okay. So yeah, I do have to shrink Link down. I was right. So he needs to be parented to this. I think his face... Oh yeah, I was changing textures with him too. So... Did I make these? I can't remember. Okay, so we just need... I don't think I made these. But they may not need to be edited. That might... This isn't my animation I made. Like the one with Andrew and Gorman, where they have like 37 different expressions. I only need like 6 because that's all what the game can hold. So that's probably more than what I need. That's his eye texture, that's his model texture. They need to be parented. Which, well, this needs to be scaled first, and it's going to be scaled again, but it needs to be applied to these guys. So click this, hit Control P, parent. He gets huge again. Why do you get huge again? Why is he flickering his hands? Here, hold on. I like how I'm doing this all in the shading editor. Here, let's see if we can fix this. you're 90 degrees. I just want to rotate you up so I can see how tall. Because I can scale them bigger. I just need a reference. That was the other thing. I need to get... I need to figure out where... I need to rip an Inkling animation to know where his hands go, like on the bike and on the cart. Because then, if I can do that, I can know where Link's hands go when he sits on the cart. But first, before we even think about that, I'm going to get these parented correctly, because I don't want it doing that. Why does he scale big? I'm looking at the... Here, I'm going to take all these, hit Alt. Is it Alt-A? Rotation and scale. Okay. Then click these three and then hit parent. He gets big again. Why? Let me make sure his armature to IK armature to IK armature. Preserve volume. OG armature. Is that why? Is he still parented to that one? Which doesn't have a... it has an unapplied scale. That's why. So it's still parented to that one. We want to clear parent. And then hide that. And go to this. Parent. He gets big again.
Bruh.
Oh, did I Control Z the old armature's scale? I want that to be fixed. Visible again. Hit Alt P. No, I want these two Alt P. They're unparented. And then we click the bigger armature, which is this one. Parent to object. And now they should move with this. Yes! Haha. Took a second. Told ya. I'm a little rusty when it comes to this stuff. You work on asset design and not animation, and you kind of forget some of the fundamentals here. Now we need to scale you down. Well, no, we don't need to scale you yet. I need animation ripped. So we want cart drive.
Yeah.
Because my way of doing it was to manually pretend to figure out where I imported a cart model and just guessed. And I think doing it this way may be more accurate. So I'm going to export this as a Maya animation. Oh my gosh. We want this one. Project Hyrule Kart stuff. Hack 2, Link. Test animations. We'll do cart drive. Wait. Yeah, we'll do Inkling. Inkling boy. To animals. Cart drive. I'll take cart drive and I'll take M-bike drive. Export. And we'll take S-bike drive. Or S-bike and weight, it doesn't really matter. Export. Oh no, I made it a beefshika file. I want Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Drive. Export. NM. I think we can just import it into this guy, who needs full model. So we need to go back. Do we have two Ganondorf files?
Bruh.
Yeah, I would like to do it on this model, just because there's a visual model here for reference. So I think you just hit this, you go to File, Import. Oh, I don't have the animate. Maybe I didn't because it's unstable. I'm going to see if I can enable it. Add-ons. Anim. Maya Anim format. I can't remember how old this is, so I don't still develop. Let's go to the GitHub website and read it. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So this is Blender IOScene Anim. Maya's about Maya's Anim import export plugin version 1.3.0 for Blender 3.6.
Bruh.
I am not using that on this version. I do have... Did I get rid of 3.6? Maybe I did. Source, Anim file format from Maya 2020. So, usage, file import, works for objects and armature bones. Imported animations are converted to current bone rotation mode. Axis angle mode is not supported. Exported rotations are always converted to Euler's. Features, export and import raw animation curves as presented by Blender. Animation axis conversion between differently oriented world directions and bone transformation of apparent space instead of a Blender's rest space. Control the bone scale for exported and imported animations in case top hierarchy mode is in different scale. Baking world transform data to exported and imported object and bone animations. Presets. Import features. Support for handling multiple files. Offset the imported animation on the timeline. Match frame rate, units, and time range of Blender scene to the animation. Limit import to selected bones. Export features. I just want to see if this will work magically. So we turned it on. Let's see what we can do here. Import Anim. Inkling Boy. Let's do Kart Drive. Okay. How do we apply it to this bone? Oh my lord, what happened? I wonder if it has something to do with the scale. Because that all just looks like rotation data that's just bugging out. That did not import correctly. What happens if we scale by 50? Well, as soon as I play an animation, it'll bug out. Maybe that's why too. We want to get rid of any cube action. Oh, I'm rotating off the wrong point. Where's the root bone? Is that the root bone? Spine 1. Hip. Foot. Oh, I think these are the positions. So, bike footstep. Yeah, I remember using visual representations of the handlebars. That's where they would be according to the scale of him. So when I imported Link, when I import Link, I'm supposed to match Link's hands to here and here. I just don't have a cart one ready yet. That was done a long time ago. I can't remember how I got that to work though. Let me import something different, like bike weight. I hit legacy slot and then it just goes to... It could be the version of Blender I'm using. Here, let's look at the import settings. Limit to selected bones. Scene settings, frame rate. Apply FPS settings to file. No. Transform. No. Bone scale. Z forward up. Apply linear unit animation. Offset. Custom properties. It did nothing this time. There's a lot of stuff that can move, it's just not selected to move. So let's pick... Oops, I typed in something. Cube action. And bike weight. And that's the garbled up one. And then T-pose, that's nothing. Legacy slot. I need to move some stuff so I can read stuff better here. We're using a song. That's not very mentally stimulating. Okay, so here, let me do an intermission real quick. Just in case Maya acts funny. Because I think what we just did actually instead was just use Maya. Because this isn't working very well. And I might have been an idiot and uninstalled an old version of Blender that doesn't support that. Let's just try Maya. Blender 3.6. May have to do some actual research again. So, last version released was on June 2nd, 2025. Issues. Not working on new Blender version as of November. Blender 5.0. That's not the one I'm on Blender 4.5. I figured that was a better version. 5.0 is huge. Jump. Oh. Okay. Blender looks like, Maya looks like it's working fine. I just might have to import a file I don't have. My computer. 8076. Hyrule Kart stuff, pack 2. Boot link. Splatoon Boy Squid only. Oh, that's the Squid, okay. New scene. File, import. FBX2 full. Okay. I think this is the part where I import the anim file. Anim import. Here we go. Go to Inkling Boy ripped cart drive. Error reading file.
Bruh.
Sent me all the way over here. Wrong drive. Let me move that up. Yes. Okay, pack 2. Boot link. Ripped anims. That's not the file I clicked. These are so tiny. Anim import. Error reading file. Oh, I actually am talking through here. That's funny. I heard myself for a second and I was like, who the hell is here? Okay. Yeah, sometimes I just wish I knew how to do all this in freaking Maya, but their UI is so unintuitive. I have to hold Alt to move camera stuff. That's so stupid. Okay. I just want that to work properly. I may download old Blender. Oh, looks like nobody talked about this pull request. I accidentally opened up another browser. So for Blender 3.6, let me see if I can just do some research. Blender.anim import and export. Because that seems to be a latest version. I used to have one from a long time ago. This one looks like the same thing. It just said it was 1.2.3 and then it changed to 1.3. Let's look at releases. It may have an old version. I do not know. But this is from June, so I feel like, yeah, it's the same. Fixed export for rigs linked from another file. Separated documents for sanitized and names for clarity. I feel like I'm just using the import tool wrong. And that's why this is all doing this. Either that or he's scaled funny. he's probably not parented to the... Not parented to this properly, so we may need to fix that real quick. So boom, boom, boom. Set parent object. When this moves, he moves. When I move, you move. Go back into here, see if we have the bike weight pose. These two. No. They're all like starting from a starting point they shouldn't have. Import, no. Yes. File, import, anim, ripped arms. Okay, there's drive texture, selected bones, scene settings, unit systems. Set scene units from the file, time range, transform, forward, up, apply linear unit, apply transform. Let's see if that fixes some things. Okay, well he gets rotated now, but he's still all jarbled together. 3, 2, 1, here we go. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. There's an M-bike weight, M-bike drive. I imported that one differently. Kart drive, unit systems, transform, apply transform. I'm just trying to see if there's like a scale thing I can fix. Here, let's open this up and see what's going on in the I can't words. Where is this? Okay, H drive. Act 2, link, boy ripped atoms, and we'll just start editing this. Anim version 1.1. It's using a 1.1 algorithm that was made during the Switch version of the conversion file factor. Because I remember those ones are older, like 2013, in the Wii U version. Like it's mostly just rotational data. First like. One-legged bird. But yeah. Okay, so now I just need to figure out why it's not doing the thing I need it to do for the Inkling. It could just be because it's borked. I'll just try and get Blender 3.6 and see if it'll cooperate magically. Oops. Blender 3.6. I accidentally uninstalled that. I'm gonna get it again though. Blender 3.6 Windows. I will donate to you one day, Blender. I'm not making money yet. Oh, I already have it. Well, let's download it again.
Nice.
Looks like the stream so far is going pretty well for wireless. Usually I'm a bit skeptical on how often it would drop frames, but according to the OBS, I haven't dropped anything. Am I good with texture painting? I've deviled in it. I'm not dabbled in it. That's the word.
Bruh.
I think I know how to barely do it. I'm not very good at painting at all, though. I've learned how to, like, draw on the model. So, like, Ganondorf here, for example, if I wanted to have, like, him have a stitched smile, I know how to do it in Blender to apply to a separate texture and draw on him visually, like, in 3D space. And then it moves it over to the image file. Is the music too loud? My apologies. I might just not be loud enough too. I have myself at a limited decibel level, so I might be able to turn that up. Is it still coming out super loud though? Hold on. The media player wants to be loud, and I don't know. Well, that just went away. It's playing loud on the actual meter thingy. There we go. Negative 30 is usually somewhere pretty good where I can talk and it's not too intrusive in the background. But yeah, I know how to do that using UV maps to draw onto it. I'm just not good at like the painting part because I don't know what I'd want to put on it. So let me install Blender. Change, repair, remove. Do I have it on there or did I just get rid of the... Maybe I just got rid of the shortcut. I'm a little slow. Blender 3.6. Let's open that up and send that to the desktop because I'm probably going to need to open up that one a lot. So Blender launcher, we'll call this one Blender. Oh, it's right there on the bottom. I'm blocking it. I'm actually blocking it. It is right there. Oh, my finger. This whole time. So I have two now. I'm getting rid of one. Opening up Blender 3.6.
Oh no!
We're hoping I can do what I need to do here. Let's look at the add-ons. Anim all, animation pours, import, export. Which version is that? 1.3.0. Okay, so this is the one we're working with here. Now, where did it go? Are we on the wrong USB drive? There we go. Everything got all flip-flopped since I moved. So we want Hyrule Kart stuff, Project Hyrule Kart Part 2, Root Link was Splatoon Skeleton, and then we need to get rid of... Oh wait, I still have him open on the other one, don't I? Yes, I do. Let's close him. So we have him here. We need to get rid of all his animation data. Now we go to File, Import, Anim, Inkboy ripped anims. We'll keep all this the same to see if it just works. Okay, he updated quicker, but now he's still all jarbled up. I'm wondering maybe if it's the tool then. So let me export as something else. Source model. I'll try SMD. Actually, I'll make the cart one. Cart one is easier for me to kind of figure out what's going on there. Cart weight, export. We'll do SMD. I don't have SMD support. It's kind of deprecated, but I'll try also the BFSKA format. That's proprietary. In fact, I think if I go back in, I don't need that. I go back to this one and open it up in like a notepad editor. It's just jarble. Yeah, because it's basically encrypted. I wonder if there's a way for me to convert that back into Anim. I'm going to Google that real quickly. So Blender. No. We don't need Blender. BFSKA to Anim. What's this? BeefRes Importer. This looks old. Let me look at the age. 7 years ago. 2 years ago. So let's see. Nintendo BeefRes Importer and eventually exporter for Blender. Import models from games such as Breath of the Wild. Currently only supports Switch formats. And probably not very well. What works? Importing models. What about BFSKA files? What's broken? This is probably not good. Did I even type in the right file format? I'm gonna double check. BFSKA. Yep, Bishka file. That's what I call it. Oh, you've been trying... So you said, I've been trying to put some details on FPS hands. I couldn't put the details on it, like wrinkles on the joints and stuff. And putting it on a low poly pixel art style. So you don't want it to be like hyper detailed. You want it to be like probably a 64 by 64, 128 by 128 I'm trying to think of off the top of my head. We're gonna go off on a little tangent to see if I can figure out what you've been trying to do here, since we don't need Ganondorf right now. I'll see if I can open up one of my old FPS files. Because I ripped some, not ripped some, I downloaded some from, I think it's, starts with an S. Not Sandstorm, but I'm trying to think of, you said FPS hands. I'm trying to think of the texturing for them. So if we open up the actual texture here, texture paint, you said. I don't know why it opens up the normal map, but it does. So you're trying to put wrinkles on the joints and stuff, and you want the wrinkles to be fake bump maps, basically, because there's ones that are modeled, like this one uses actual polygons to create the bending, but you want it to just simulate the wrinkled effects. And I can't remember if it would be better to bake that than just draw it. Because on here, there's a setting I know you can do where all the polygons get out of the way when you draw on them. But, or is it a thing I'm supposed to be doing on here? Maybe I'm on, where's texture paint? Wireframe, no. How do I change modes again? I forgot. Object mode, texture paint. So there's a lot of wrinkles on this texture, for example. I'm guessing if I paint over that, it changes where it is there. And I'm editing the bump maps on this specific one. Trying to figure out where I can change that. Hand normals. This looks like it's the glove. So you'd want to do things like right there where you know there's going to be wrinkles after you UV edited in this area here. Let's see if you can start painting over them in the thumb spots. Obviously, I'm so new to this, I don't know what I'm doing here, but if you can get the right, what's the word? Stencils, you can easily like put indentations on. There's stenciling you can do with texture brushes, which I wouldn't know where to get them because I've never added any to Blender, but I'm pretty sure that's how they did things like the sewing pattern. But then you can also just bake the textures from a high poly model. So when you put them in the low poly model, it just has all the handcrafted detail there. Let me see if there's anything I can do here. Let's paint. So these are the stencils I'd be talking about. You'd want different kinds of pressures and styles, because there's ways to just like set an image. You can find an image online of a wrinkle that's somewhat like transparent, and then tell Blender to just use that as a stencil, and then you can probably paint it in normal map colors, and it would just start coloring it in that. I know there's a bunch of tutorials I came across on YouTube that would help you do that, but I haven't done anything like that yet, and I don't want to say I don't plan to, but it's not on my radar right now. So I think that's how you do that. And then saving and exporting it in Blender is a whole nother ordeal, but that's where I feel like that's where you can do a lot of the handcrafted texturing. I'm going to go back and try and figure out why this is doing this now. So if I remember correctly, I was looking for BFSK8 to anim or FBX. I got an idea. How to convert a BFSK8 file. This looks like he said it backwards. I'm going to see if that pertains to what they're talking about. And then these are completely different because I forgot Googling and Binging is completely broken these days. So BFSKA files, format used by the game, is short for binary CAFI skeletal animation. It's only a container that holds them, so the import support that would be used for swapping out already existing animations. The only way to convert an animation to BFSKA would be to use one of the supported formats in Switch Toolbox. However, I think the a.anim is the only working importing for custom animations. Yes. So if I remember, Track Studio is one of the ones that lets me import BFSKA files. And maybe I can re-export them. Oh no, it didn't open it all. I don't like it when it does that. Let me close this. Minimize, 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 minimize. That is Task Manager. Look for Track Studio. I can't remember where I put it. Put it on here, but I don't know. I might have several versions. I'm just gonna click it again and hope it starts. I saw a command prompt appear for 0.3 frames, and then I didn't see anything else. Okay, let's try the other one then. Net.80 trackstudio.exe. Things are happening this time.
Oh no! What? What? What?
Okay. BFRS file switch, BFRS file review, custom track, KCL file. I wonder what that is. So let's just go to here. What did I do? What did I do? There we go. Put it this. Throw it in there. Splatoon boy. Okay, so we're using Track Studio now to edit stuff, and the sensitivity is insane. Let's go to animation, skeleton animations. I heard knocking. Uno momento. Amazon delivery. That's what that was. I knew that was going to happen. I'm surprised he knocked. Sometimes they just leave it there, so that was somewhat good, because then I can grab it as soon as possible. Okay, back to doing what we're doing here. This shows the animation graph and all the actual bones being rotated using math. I want to, yeah, there's also an export. So let's go to cart weight export. .json. Okay, let's go the iDrive, no, H drive, Project Hyrule Kart stuff, pack 2, Link, Inkling Boy ripped anims. Let's do JSON and see if that like makes it very compatible or not, and then I'll replace it. Let's go investigate. So there's a JSON file now. Name. Flag scale, Maya, SKL root, and then rotational data. Can we import this into this? I can't remember if JSON files let me do that. Let's see, import Collada, Alembic, USD, OBJ, PLY, STL, motion capture, scale vegetable graphics, stand with PLY, STL, FBX, GLTF, wavefront, OBJ. No, it's not there. Can I convert it though? I would say no. So let's type .anim. Oh, it already defaulted back to another. I'll just throw it in here. See if it changes. Ooh, Splatoon boy. What happened there? Why did it do that? Why did it do that? And where's that document folder? There we go. I just put it here. So it's an actual anim file, I believe. Let's open it up. Maya version, yep, blah, 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 blah. File, import, anim. Back. And it's also, okay, it's doing the exact same thing. Why is this square? There are square files here. Oh, let's see. You said, oh, that's actually true. I went and Googled hand wrinkle brushes and found some. These will help me out. I guess I just need to pixelate it by scaling it down. And they're free? That's good. That's good. Hand Skin Details Alpha brushes if you want to see it. So that's what I have to search to go find them. I'm happy that I found a way to somewhat help. So you just need to get that stencil. And then scale that image you're going to use down, or work in high detail and then pixelate it when you're done with it. I just don't know how much detail you'd lose in the full image. Because I feel like they do stuff a lot of stuff like that for like Link's texture, since they originally they probably had a higher texture version that they used and they sculpted his face, and then they had to shrink it down for the 3DS to just save on VRAM, and because the screen was only going to be 240p. This one's just bigger because I upscaled it, but those would be the different options you could do. So I hope that ends up working out pretty well. So sculpting is still a thing I don't want to say I'm scared, I'm nervous to try, because it's a lot of polygons, and with Blender things like that crash easy in my experience. But yeah, you're trying to do them pixel by pixel? Oh my gosh. It reminds me when I tried to make emblems in F-Zero, because I wanted to make one of my avatar, and I did it by color, and it took like 3 hours to get each color correct. So yeah, I can see why that's a pain in the butt. So hopefully that expedites things. Alright, so now I need to figure out, let's go back to the GitHub page and see if this can answer any questions we have here, because even on the Blender 3.6 it's not doing what I want it to do. Let's see. Zip the file, enjoy. So import features. Offset the imported animation on the timeline. Match frame rate units and time range of Blender scene with the animation. Limit import to selectable export features. Export features is the one I'm more intrigued to use, so I don't have to use Maya. And I think I was testing to see how well that format worked back when you saw the file initially had that rotation test animation. So when he just did whatever this was, I believe, before he was parented, I just took the root bone and did that. Yeah, whatever I did this was just a test to see how the anim file exported that. I don't remember if I actually did anything with it. Here, let's export it as an anim. We'll do v1 test. Limit to selected objects. Sanitize names. Bone scale. Y up. Export anim. Oh, there's errors. What was that? That's not good. Let's try that again. Maybe it's because I'm selecting the file. So export anim. Boom. Okay, report error. It's not letting me save it. Uh-oh. Now I'm lost. Go back to the issues. Not working. Parsing crash. Animation. Yeah, here we go. Export bug. In addition, I've discovered a potential bug within this plugin. Every time I perform an export operation, it creates an extra copy of the file, and the effect is that the copy is distorted. Well, at least yours exported. I didn't even get that far. So, let's figure out why it's doing that. Export anim. Sanitize names. Operator presets. Restored. Oh, is it creating duplicates here? I think that's the error. So, I don't remember putting those there. Yeah, then they go away. So it's doing that duplicate error that dude was talking about. Need to figure out what bones are moving. Oh. Oh, wait. I can replace in this program too. JSON file. Oh yeah, that's in. So wait. Can I export it as a JSON file? Is there a way for Blender to let me do? Can Blender let me do that? Oh, I spelled JSON wrong. Blender Stack Exchange. This is 8 years old, and I'm blinded. Can Blender export JSON? Cookwithrome.com. What the hell is this website? You're probably here because you're wondering, can Blender export JSON files? The short answer is a resounding yes. Blender is blah 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 blah. We'll dive into different reasons. Blender's built-in export options don't directly offer JSON export. However, you can use the file formats like OBJ or FPX and then convert them into JSON using external tools. This is a workaround, not a direct export. Here's your how'd you blah 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 blah. Converting OBJ to JSON. You'll need to use an external tool or script to convert them. Tools like online converters or custom Python scripts can perform this conversion. However, using add-ons. GTLFS export. Well, not strictly JSON. GLTF is a modern, efficient format to 3 models that is often used. Custom. It's not giving me anything about it. Select your model, go to File, blah, blah, blah. Figure export settings. So this website's telling me, yes, you can, but we're not going to tell you how.
Bruh.
I'm just seeing if this is a workaround for what I'm trying to do. I'm mostly doing the import test to see if I can get the arms aligned. And I did it before, and I just forgot how. Delicious. So if I just import the anim file, or reading file. Anim import. Are there any settings I have to change with here? Namespaces, root, import, error reading file. Okay. Good to know. This is starting to bother me again. This is why I probably shelved the project for so long, and I don't like working on it. I'm already an hour and 23 minutes into the stream, and what have we accomplished? I just figured out where I am in the project and why I'm having issues again. So, or no, I'm trying to find a way to not have to use Maya. Because I can just start applying all these bones to Link and start working. Which I need to get to doing anyway. At least I have to do it with this skeleton. I have to do it for a second one. Oh my god. Okay. I want these to show the names so I know what I'm working with here. I'm gonna import the whole ass model and this whole file. That's how big he needs to be. I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees. You're not parented. I don't like that. Parent 90. Okay. Let me put Link in his own collection really quickly. It's all Link stuff. Move to collection, new collection, Link stuff. Okay, so now he's big. We need to size him to be still taller than Inkling Boy. He's gonna have to really cram into the cart. Oh. I feel like that may be a good size. If we go get Ganondorf again, I just realized we copied a 3.6 file to 4.5, which is funny. Oh no, I almost closed Discord. Well, there's my Amazon stuff. That's funny. I don't even remember clicking that. Oh, it's Blender opening up. It was an ad. Okay. Close that. Close that. I guess we don't need Track Studio. Yes. What we're doing? Oh yeah, opening this up. I just need Ganondorf as a scale because he's tall. So there we go. Link's still taller than Ganondorf. We don't want that. So let's scale you down. That's probably pretty good. I think that's good. I actually don't know how tall Link is compared to Ganondorf. I'm assuming Ganondorf's a little bit taller. And guess what? I all of a sudden need to go to the bathroom. So where's my intermission screen? Intermission. I want to let the music play somewhat louder. I'll be right back. Where's my? Do I have to be right back box? BRB, and then intermission off. There we go. Be right back. Mike. There we go. Turning it down again. I'm back. I'm back. And my mood's a little bit better because I'm not holding B. Okay. So, this is the scale we've decided on for now. Hopefully he looks good in the gameplay. I'm going to save it. Hide him. And we have now two entirely different bones. So I'm going to take this one. Is there a way to make this one transparent? Hold on. There's a way to turn it into a wireframe. Viewports renders, viewport display. Display as wire. There we go. So that one's see-through, and then we just need to mirror what we want these to that. So I were to guess, there's multiple hair bones. Gotta start mirroring all this. I'm just gonna do this really quickly. Seems a lot less clutter for me to deal with. Are they actually both showing the names? That actually will help somewhat, so... Oh yeah, I think I remember what I have to do here. So I'm gonna have to remount. I'll have to change all the weight paint names to the ones the game uses, which I think I did here. And anything that isn't used, I just left the dots. And then make these copy rotation data. So That's what's gonna suck. Okay, so now we need to switch to magnet mode. Let's go with... Is that the head? That's his head? Okay, head. We'll go to head. Let's do all the shoulder stuff. This is all hands. So we'll just shoulder to no. There we go. Shoulder to shoulder, arm to arm, elbow to elbow, hand to hand. Well, no, I'll hold this one all together. Hand to hand. And the fingers, I need to debate or not whether I want him to be able to do that. I should have symmetrized that, I just realized.
Bruh.
That's okay. Okay, so now we'll take all the shoulder and arms. Oh! There we go. We don't want to mess with the way these bones rotate. We need to do it from their origin points. So, like that. Okay, this is hair B. There's a second hair on the Inkling? Is this hair B? Hair A, 1, 2, and then hair B? If I can have Link's back hair fluffer. We'll mess with the hair later. I just want to align spines. So that should be spine 2. This is spine 1. This is hip. No, hips are here too, I think. Hips and spine are in the same spot. They're just reversed axes. A scale root is root. And then leg up here. Leg. Knee. Knee. Wait, why am I using just Z-axis? No. I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. There we go. Come on. There we go. Legs fixed. Knees fixed. Okay, foot. L. Okay. No, the fingers are still G armature. No, where's Link stuff? Why is Link? Oh, because I'm doing this. There we go. The hand goes there. Hand L. IKL. Head's where the head is, and then we want the hair. Okay. So, where is that on this one? Hair. Maybe I should have paid attention to what moves with what here. So I'm gonna just put. Yeah, where's the hair bone on him? Hold on. Settings, main settings, display bone X-ray. Let's go look at the bones. That's the wrong skeleton. We want the Splatoon boy. Spine 1, spine 2, head, hair. So this is hair. Where's the, Whoa. I want... What's it called? Not light map. Normal map. No, but that does look cool. What is it called? What is it called? There's a way when I select these it shows the vertex shading. Light map. Oh, selected bone weights. There we go. So hair. That's just the base. And I don't know if the base wiggles. I think hair 1, F, and R do that. And we just want one of them. So we're going to have to put hair right there, and then hair... We're going to have to move Link's hair model, a hat, to be vertical. And we'll probably do hair 2. So these guys will just be empty bones. So we want hair 1R and hair 2R. Or at least one of them, I can't remember. Over here somewhere. Like that. and then we'll move these as necessary. So we need to... Oh. Stick his hair out. Yeah. They start upward. But we want it... I don't know if the Splatoon Boy's hair model, though, doesn't droop like long hair. So it may be smarter to keep this here, and it'll just wiggle back and forth. I think that's the logic they're doing. So it might be smarter to do it like this for now. We just need to split the bones. So there's hair 1 and hair 2. So I just need to find a way to subdivide that. I called it hat on here, but that's fine. That hair's unused, and then there's the other hair model. So that's not the... I want the other skeleton. Hair B. I'm guessing that's hair B. So let's go to hair B. Yep. That probably has physics in itself. You can't see it in there, but you can see it in the game. So we want a new bone for Link somewhere around there. That can wiggle. So we need to tell... Is that parented to head? Right? Head, hair, hair B. Okay, so we want this skeleton here. Have a new bone called hair B. We want it to be disconnected but still attached, and put here somewhere where his hair is, and then weight paint it later. The head one, I'll just call that one hair B. We want out of wireframe view. I'm going to change all of the armature kinds to sticks. The whole armature. There we go. Slightly easier to look at while we're figuring out what's stuck to what. But I think everything on that armature is good to go. Now we just need to switch the parents. So now we tell this Link to be on, what is this one named? Splatoon Boy. We hit this, hit Splatoon Boy, and now if we edit this, should move everything we need to. So now the next, I'm gonna hit save just in case the thing crashes. I am now going to tell it to copy rotational data from wherever we have it told to. First example will be head. So copy rotation, target, IK armature, and the bone. Hold on. How do I... Bone. We want it to be head. Head. And then, is it local space? Local space? Okay, so that should tell it to copy now. So when I move this armature, oh no! The face is doing it right, but the head is not. I wonder why. Oh, that's because this armature isn't told to do Splatoon Boy. Okay. So now when we do this, yeah, it's still not doing the right axes though. And that's cause for concern. So now we gotta tell this bone to do something else. What's it called? Order. No. Axis? No. Is it owner orientation? Oh, there we go. So now when I do right... Oh, it's still backwards. Why is it backwards? Here. Pose space? No. Local with parent? Local with parent. Let's see if that fixes it. No, now it's the other way again. Oh. It might be doing it bad because I had told this to be, it's not fully rotated yet. Okay, we're making big mistakes right now. Let's stop that. We need to tell this link to rotate by 90 degrees. I'm going to reply scale. I think we need to... How did I get this to work right? See, we need this to say 90 degrees, but he needs to be standing up, I believe. Because look, Ganondorf here, on his bones here, it will go back to, if I do negative 90, he'll go back to the ground, and it says 0. That's what I have wrong. It's because Maya has X, Y, and Z all different than Blender, and I have to accommodate for that. And the Nintendo devs basically used Blender. No, they used Maya to do all that. So this needs to be rotated 90 degrees. This needs to be rotated 90 degrees from the ground. So we need to do this. And then... Oof. He's parented, so he's all distorting. And it's because he's slightly higher, I think, than the root. So let's see if that's fixable. Bring him back up. Why are you sticking up from the ground? I don't like that. I'm just trying to make sure that I didn't accidentally distort the model. No, I think it's fine. I just need to fix him from doing that, so... That's supposed to be... We do all three. 90 degrees. And then all hit rotation and scale, and then 90 degrees. So now this says 90. This says 90, and then this wasn't rotated at all. So now, when I rotate head, things are moving correctly, but now I need to tell it to copy that one. So now we tell this, copy rotation, object, IK armature, head, local space, and then, nope, it's still doing the same thing. I wonder why. Let's go check Ganondorf real quick. So, this is the copy rotation. Let's see if I can copy settings from here. So let's look at head. Axis. Target bone. IK arm head. Owner orientation. IK armature head default. Head default, axis correct, replace, orientation. Oh, there we go. Now it's fixed. So now I just have to do that for all the bones here. So, arm L. Oh yeah, shoulder L first. So, copy rotation. IK armature, shoulder L, local orientation, local space. Go to here, rotation, IK armature, arm L. I'm gonna go elbow L, copy rotation, IK armature, elbow L. Local space, rotation, IK armature, and L. Local space, local space. Okay, so now I'm gonna move this armature's hand, and he should still copy it like if it's the same thing, which is good, because that means any animation we do with the inverse kinematic armature, which is what I'm doing here, will translate all the rotational data when I bake it. So that's working flawlessly, and now we just need to do it for the other side. So, copy rotation. I forgot how tedious this is. IK armature, shoulder R. Oh wait, I'm doing it to itself. Wrong armature. IK armature, shoulder R, hold space on orientation, rotation. Okay, now we do arm. IK armature, arm R, local space, elbow, copy rotation, IK armature, bone, elbow R, local space, hand, copy rotation, oops, IK armature, and R, world space. Okay, now let's test this arm. He's doing what he's doing. Stick his hand out, he does that. Stretch it up. It's just his rotational axis is, I don't want to say wonky, but okay, doing what it's supposed to. Next will be spine. Rotation. No. IK armature. Spine 2. World space. And then when I do this, now he bends the spine. Good. And then spine 1. Copy rotation. IK armature. Spine 1. World space. This bone to make sure it works. Spine 1. Okay, he bends a little not like how I want, but it could be because we don't have the hips implemented yet. Copy rotation, IK armature, hips, world space. Now the hips. May have to. Ooh. It's almost not good. Okay, leg. I'll deal with it later on this, obviously, but pose mode. Copy rotation. IK armature. Leg L. No, leg R. Foot orientation. The knee is off. Why is it off in this mode and not in this mode? Hold on. Something's not right. What is that and why is it doing that? I don't like that. Is he inheriting animation data? I don't want him to yet. Hold on. He's squashing for some reason, and it's irritating me. In edit mode, he's being squashed. Reset, and then here. Reset. It's not... Why is it... What is going on here? Why is he stretching? He's hitting the ground, which is kind of what I wanted to from the beginning, but he's stretching to the floor. What happens if I get rid of the armature? He fixes himself from Splatoon Boy. I am completely perplexed right now on why he's doing that. Let me make sure he's not in like rest pose. Rest position. Pose position. But they're not reset. Why are they not resetting? Here. Alt R is not Alt G. There we go. Alt R is rotation. Which one's the not reset one though? Can't be these guys. Let's go to the action editor. Figure out what's going on here. We're not importing any information we're not supposed to. Oh yeah, I need to mount his whatever you call them, the shield and sword. They're not separate objects, but I can't remember. Spine. I don't think they're set to move with him at all. I think it's moved from the root bone. Is it because his root parent is weird or something? I don't know. Should I even worry about it? I mean, they're where they're supposed to be in edit mode, but here they're off. Oops, Alt S. Oh, I think I just fixed it. Because now they're where they're supposed to be. The hands are still rotated outward, and I don't like that. Let me change this back to octahedrons. I'm trying to see if they scale. Why do they do that? Sticks. See, I can't copy rotation if I get rid of that. Then when I turn it on, it bends them a little bit. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's good. Influencing them. I guess their positions are correct. It's just their initial rotation is bothering me. Because when I turn that on, it forces it to rotate. But it shouldn't be doing that off the first frames. Does this have frame data I'm not aware of? That guess in the grand scheme it doesn't matter? I hope not. Okay, back to doing what I was doing, I guess. Leg works, knee now needs rotation data, so rotation. IK armature. Knee R. Local. What? I almost choked on my own spit. Oh, my eyes hurt too. I'm just dying all of a sudden. Okay. Oh no, my computer's doing stuff. Leg L. Copy rotation. IK armature. Leg L. World space. I know it's not what that is, I'm just saying it because it's per the step, and that's all what I'm really caring about. Key L. Local space orientation. Local space. Foot. Rotation. IK armature. We'll do foot. L. My brain almost pooped there for a second. Okay, and then root needs to be copy transforms. IK armature, root. Oh, whoa. Whoa. So when I move the root now, which I should be doing here, hold on. There we go. I move this, anything that's mounted to him should now go with it. There's just nothing's rotating his hat. Oh. I think. Oh man, doing this for several hours a day sucks. ADHD is not built for stuff like this, but I want to make cool stuff like this, so I just have to persist. So now we need to assume. Wait a minute. Ah, weapon. Weapon bone. We want the weapon bone. But he's left-handed. Shit. I didn't think about this. I could use a different hand bone for the sword. This makes me mad. I could still mount it to the weapon bone. I just need to actually, even though it's parented, I believe, to this hand, I need to align it with that one. I think as long as it's still named weapon, I can unmount it. Here, I'll clear parent, move it over, and then parent it to this hand and see if that won't freak the game out. Keep offset. So I think, yeah, it's now parented to hand L. And I don't know where to put it, so I'm just going to put it right here. And then hopefully just tell the sword here. Swords weight paint needs to go to... I just need to make sure, hold on. Hand L. Okay, so let's remove the entire sword and then go to weapon and then make that 100%. So now move weapon. It'll scale with it. I need to stop making it magnet. And then, since it's parented to the hand, here, let's go to... There's no weapon bone in the other armature. I may need to make one super fast. And hand. And IK. And L. No, no, no. Whoa. Just want to pick one, not both. And one. Click it. Disconnect bone. Over here, call it weapon. And then zoom out. Mount it to the mount point of the weapon bone, which I think is just right here. So, need to make sure this is the exact same length. And now when the hand moves, the weapon bone still moves. And for some reason, Link's chest. I think I might have accidentally selected it. So let's... Yes, I did. So let's unselect all that. And then take this bone, remove. Okay. That may have fixed it. Now hand L moves. So does the sword and hand bone. And hopefully that doesn't make the game explode violently, or else we're gonna have to find a way to bake it over to the right, to left hand, with the right hand being the master. So now when I move the inverse kinematic arm, moves as necessary. So we just need to tell. Wait, did I tell the weapon bone? Hold on. This is the weapon bone from... We need the weapon bone from here. Why is it moving it? You're still in Splatoon, boy. Oh! It's because it's part of... It's parented. That's why. Hand L and weapon are parented. So if I tell this to copy or anything rotational, it will cause issues. So what I might have to do is copy transforms, IK armature, weapon, world space. I still need it to copy scale because I need to shrink it. So if I go into here at all, go to weapon, I need to shrink it to like 0, 0, and it's not in his hand, and then it'll shrink to 1, 1, or whatever I want. But it'll still copy the hand movements. I like how he doesn't have a face on this one. There we go. So I think that still works as intended, which is good, which is really good. So now we need the new bone for hair B, which I think I did here, but we just need the new vertex. We need new vertex spots for it. So maybe we should try the hair first, because we don't have any vertex painting for hat, which could be renamed. Yeah. Named hat here, but I want hair and then hair 1. Which one am I using? The bottom one. Is it hair 1F? Hair 1R? Front rear, I'm guessing. Hair 1F, hair. Hair's base and it has both of them detected. Hair 1F, hair 1R. Okay. So hair and then hair 1F. No, hair 1R. Hair 1R. Hair B is a whole different shindig. I'm just trying to make sure I can get the weight painting correct here. Go back to this layout. Then hat would be renamed to hair. Go back to weight paint. It's the full thing. We don't want that. We want hair 1R to be the end, I believe. No. Head covers all that. hair covers the base and the middle. So we want, here, can I move this? Organize it. There we go. Hair, we want to turn this off. Here, can I just select his head stuff? Hold on. I just want to work with his head. So let me unselect. Oh, here, I might be able to do by selection. Here, let's do it by UV. Why not? Okay. So. Oh, this is all, it's showing me all the textures, I believe. I think, if I remember correctly, the body is the only one that matters, because it's all of them combined, so I don't know why these are all here. But, let's look. Yes, that's how we do it. And the ears, where are the ears? These the ears? It is a ear. Oh no, I changed the earrings. And not the earrings are his entire... That's funny. Okay. Just make it the one that's supposed to be. What's with all the overlapping textures? I really don't... If I have to figure out how to mirror shit. Yeah, that's all on body. So then what's this? I don't want these. Yeah, it's all redundant information, and if we go to here, nothing's missing except for the sword texture, which is now... Okay. Unpin. No, pin. Alba 1 green. Is that what it's called? Yes, Alba 1 green. We don't want everything to be shown. I just want the Master Sword to be scaled. Oh, it's still trying to go to Link's face. There we go. I believe it's like this. And then... It looks wrong, but it looks better. I will take it. There we go. Now that's all on one texture as intended. And now we go back to what I was initially trying to do. So go on to here, and then select everything that's hair and this hat. I think it's not that. What is that? Oh, that's his shoulders. Your shoulders. This is hat stuff. Hat, and then hit select invert, and then hide. And I did it on the wrong screen. Okay, hiding. There we go. No, only in edit mode. Now we go to weight paint. Go back to vertex. Hair needs to turn everything off. And I just need the hair bone to do the base of his mesh here. So if we look at him from a side view, we want, like here, I want to see how hard it needs to go. So like 0.8. I think if we can do along this line. Do along this line. may work correctly. And I don't remember the shortcut to like magically select around in a circular pattern or whatever, so we're doing it the slow way. Good thing this doesn't have 8,000 polygons. Okay, so we'll do weight 0.8, hit assign. Should be like that now, and then hair 1R needs 2.5, I believe. No. Red's super stuck, and then orange is somewhat stuck, so we need something like that. But we don't want the tip, apparently, because that's not amounted to anything. Let me double check, though. Let's go through all the bones. Yeah, apparently it's not a big deal, I think. So we want... Can I just select everything here? Everything except the end. Not his hair down here. Not his hair here, not that. And not these. I think we can get away with this. So just that. We want all that to be 0.5. Hair 1R. Now, whenever we wiggle this... Oh, no, we have to wiggle this. Okay, when we rotate the head, does it still bring everything? No, it doesn't. And that was my fear. So now we should probably get the rest of that on there. Okay. This doesn't rotate correctly because it's probably mounted in the wrong spot. But when I move my head, Link's head,
Bruh.
holy narcissist in me, moves the hat, and then those aren't told to do anything yet, so yeah, that's still way wrong. Probably the top up here. Here, let's do hair select. Then go down here. Change this to like 0.3. Hit assign and then see what it does. No, it's doing less now. Of course, these aren't on the same planes here. You want this one? No, like that. Hair 1R. Hair 1R. Hair 1F. Hair 1R. There we go. Is there a hair 2R? Oh, that's why. I didn't even think about that. Oh, I signed it all to just one hair spot. This is hair. Hair beginning bone right here. I think we need to change its rotation data to just fit a little bit better here. Like that. And then hair 1R. And then hair 2R. Rotate. That's what I was supposed to do, and it's crooked anyway. Oh no. I think that's better. Okay, hairs now hopefully pointed in the right direction. It is not. There. No. There. Lock the height. That's what we're trying to do. Lock the height. Lock the height. Well, no, this one just needs to copy it verbatim. This, and then this one just needs to go. Oh, I screwed all this up. Yeah. You guys are just useless hair. I mean, I can... No. I need to get his front hair to also wiggle in the wind, but I don't think I want it to do it in the way the back of the hat would. So it may have to be attached to hair B and just have it where it goes back and forth. But that's still just redundant. I'm just going to attach it to the top of the head. So when the head rotates, it rotates too. But we need to fix the hair first. And oh, hair's... I did this backwards, I believe. Okay. Hair needs to go here. Hair 1 needs to go here, and then hair 2 needs to go here. And then we need to lower these stuff. Hair 1R. Remove. Hair 2R. Sign. So, let's see here real quick. I think I didn't put enough of the influence on there. We'll do 0.6. 0.6, and then we'll move this up so it's organized. Hair 1R, we'll look back at that and select and assign. Doesn't need to be higher. I think that's better. And then what about hair 1? What screws up with hair 1? Paint. Hair 1. It's just really light influence. I can't remember if that's beneficial or not, but you know, rotate the head, it still moves, and then go back to here before we assign the rotation bones. I think they're just supposed to do that. I just don't like the way it bends up here. So I'm wondering if we need to lower the influence at the top. Is that why? Or is it because it's not getting any? Oh. So we need to tell it at the top here to get a 0.8, I believe. Something like that. These three will all get 0.8. See, that fixes it. It is now just rotating with it. Here. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going to undo all that. And maybe give it to the root hair bone. At a low influence. So we'll pick... You know what? We'll just pick all three of those. We'll do 0.3 as well. Assign. See if that fixes it. Wrong bone. Looks a little better. This doesn't bend right. But it could be of where it's placed. If I moved it up here, does it... It does do it differently. So it's kind of where the bone is. And then this will wiggle. That's what we want. So I think right here is better. I am going to move this, I believe, right here. And then you go right there. I like that. Saving. And now we got to tell these to copy. So copy rotation. Wait, hair isn't even doing that yet. Copy rotation. IK armature. Hair. World space. World space. Hair. IK armature. Hair 1R, I believe. local space, copy rotation, the armature, hair. I think I typed, oops, I typed in hand. No, hair 2. Where is it? Is it called? This is rotating from the wrong bone. Uh-oh. This isn't called hair. Hair 1R. Hair 2R. Hair 1R. I did this way bad. That could be why things were rotating as well. Either is because they were misnamed. And then we have head, hair. We need a bone for the base hair, which should be shit. Disconnect bone. I'm gonna put it right there and tell this to go right there. Until this needs to be parented. These needs to be disconnected. Clear parent and then parent. Oh my fuck. Keep offset. No, we're doing it to the wrong bone here. These two. Keep offset. We want you to rotate upwards. I don't know how much influence that actually does on anything. I'm going to do that just for influence's sake and then continue working on this. Hair 2. Local space. Now, should be called... No. This one should be called... hair. Hopefully you magically work remember what you're supposed to be connected to. No. There we go. Okay. So now we go back to this. That's not copying anything. Just moving the head still. Let's go back into here and figure out what's going on. So this one's hair 2R. No, we want hair 1R. Hair 1R, hair 2R is hair 2R. Both an IK armature. Local, hair. Right? Now it should work. Mount point for this is incredibly off. But it's also because this isn't space-wise, isn't working. Is that why? Hold on. Dimensions. Oh no. I still need that 90 degrees change. Okay, I think that's working all as intended. We just need now hair B to do its thing. So we need to tell hair B, which should be in our vertex groups, that up. Hair B, and I spelled it wrong. Hair B, we want like 0.1, all at the edges here of his hair. Those 4 points at the edge of his hair, the point here, the point here, point here, maybe a point here, point here, point here, and maybe a point here. We go look at the vertex paint. It should be very light. And now hair B, whenever you rotate, So I believe, why is Hairby so crooked? I just realized. But it just needs to wibble a little bit. It's not going to be full on moving, but it'll wiggle enough to make it look like the hair is jiggling in the wind. I think that is enough. If not, we can add a couple more. But I like how everything's slowly getting crooked as the more and more I add to this rotational thing. It's actually bothering the shit out of me. Is it because this isn't rotated 90 degrees? And it's not parented too. Why am I recording? When did that happen? I hit Windows G something and now I have a recording.
Bruh.
Scale. What is 0.3? Fix that. Big save. Is it specifically 90 degrees exact? Is that the reason why these are off? No. Let's look at Ganondorf. Okay, so that's 90 degrees, that's 90 degrees. These are not 90 degrees. When we go into edit mode. I guess he does it too. Huh. Oh yeah, the earrings. What are the earrings told to rotate with? Should I have the earrings also go with? Alt H. There we go. I wonder if I should have the earrings also be on hair B. Have them wiggle a little bit. Hair B. Let's go back to the bone and see what it looks like. Hair B. Oh no! Bad idea, bad idea. Remove. But there's no vertex data on the earrings, I believe. Where's head? Head. Yeah, there is not any. We also need to fix the textures. So I'm going to view head 1.0, go to the UV editing. Like just, oops, just the earrings, unwrap. I heard a big thump. Hue projection. Ooh, no, I don't like that. Just do this. I actually don't remember what color these are. Are they silver? Oh wait, well there's originally the texture here. There we go. That works. The naming I also have to fix for some of these model stuff, I just realized. Internal names for this matter when you're importing it. So this is called mesh 112.002. We need it to be embody I. And I don't even know if that's the right version. We'd have to look on here. Body embody, body mi. I'm gonna look over here. Toon boy, body mi. So we need body underscore lowercase mi. Save, and then this one is body underscore m body. I think you do it here and you have to do it somewhere else. Right here. Just to be on the safe side. And now it's been double named. Body I, and then internal vertex names, which I think that's what this is technically. I think he's almost ready. We just need now, let's see, he bends his spine, He doesn't move his... shield and sword. I don't know if we should have them split between spine 1 and 2 or just do 1. I don't know how viable that is. I just know these are going to bend the same because they can't really bend at all. So let's go with spine 1, 0.5 assign. So when he bends spine 1, then he bends spine 2, he can not move that as much. We can probably tell this to do spine 2 at like 0.1. See, there's some influence there. Here. Wonder what 0.3 would look like. It moves it just enough for him to like get out of the way. And then spine 1 does the full movement, and then all of a sudden he has a penis just sticking up. Oh, why is it covering that much range? Spine 1, where's spine 1? What's making it bend like that? Hips? Vertex. I need vertex mode. Weight paint. Hips is making it do that. Not making it move though. Is it spine 1? No. Changing stuff should make it update in real time, and it's not. Let's figure out what's making it do that. Hips. What is 0? What do it do? Nope. Center root, no. Hip, spine. I don't know. I just know I shouldn't. I don't think I'm gonna have to edit. Oh my god. I may have to refix him, because if we do what we need to do here... What the heck is he doing? He's not moving correctly. We need his... Yeah, he's not moving right. So the root needs to stay the same, everything else needs to move. Do we have to move all these in unison? He's not moving right. Oh, it's because it's rotational data only. Did I do that with Ganondorf? Let me double check. Copy rotation, copy rotation, copy rotation. Oh, his spine is rotation. His root is all the way up there. That's probably why. And where's his hip? His hip's a little bit lower, but I think I did that intentionally. Copy rotation, and then a root is copy transforms. So we need to move his root. Both roots towards the spine. I think that fixes a lot of the issues we're going to have here. Oh, I hate this stupid magnet thing sometimes. No. What am I doing wrong? Obviously the root needs to be moved. I think. What's this one? Oh, that's the bike skeleton. So, SKL root's there, and then on this one, I'm guessing one of these is the root bones. Yep. Scale root. Oh, my eyes. But what is root? What is the root? No. We need the in-game one. What is that one connected to? Go to... See, the tricky part, by the way, I'm using Link's skeleton model for Ganondorf. Link from... Skyward Sword Link from Mario Kart 8. His model works over Bowser without crashing. But Splatoon's is a special case because you need to use his skeleton or else the game will crash if you try and take over his own model. Because he transforms. But, yeah, the route here is... Let me rotate. Right on Spine 1. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was okay to do that here. I'm used to older games where this goes where Spine 1 is. Spine 1. What am I picking up? Root? And it does that? So if I move them with root, it works. Where's my Ganondorf one? Use this. Pick up root. Why does it work like that? And then it doesn't work for him. Oof. Too many parents, probably? Maybe I did that wrong. Let's see. IK arm. That's what I'm editing right now, I believe. I think this is the IK armature. The root has too many parents. You unparent everything. Here. No. What was the root? And on here, if you go to SKL root, takes all of them off of the IKs. This, I think, does too. Nope, all these are parented. Really like that on here? They don't have the flying. Yeah, okay. Their parents. Their parents. Oh, they're parenting to the root, not to the knees. Oh, first I need to move the root. Hold on. Move it back in place. Think that's what fixes it. And now when I move the root, let me go back to here real quick. Weight paint. Oh, it's probably, there we go. I also have a lot of garbage data in here I need to get rid of, but we're getting there. Yeah, root has its own vertex. We don't want that. I don't think so. There's nothing called root on here. Get rid of that. Again, if I do root, he works, but he's still like, root still has a lot of parents that I don't want. Why? I thought I told you to get rid of him. Clear parent. Clear parent. Did I like accidentally control Z all that? Clear parent. Clear parent. These ones. Clear parent. Clear parent. If there's anything else. Root. What else do you have? What are you parented to? Oh! I'm gonna move you. There we go. I think you're just supposed to be tied to... Oh, oh, I got you connected to the spine. Maybe that's why it's not working right. And then the hips separate. We want you... Spine 1. Clear parent. Make sure I'm typing the right root and then connected. Where do we want you connected? Spine 1. Off by a little bit, I just realized. And then... SKL root. Spine 1 and SKL root are in the same spot. We fix that for here. This SKL root is in a totally different spot. We want you to be on spine 1. Like that. This one. And for purposes here, we need to do next to that. How do we tell you to do that? Root has... There we go. Connected. No. I keep doing it, I think, out of order. Like that. Me up. Root. Now he's working. And he's doing the stupid magnet thingy. Hold on. So now he bends. We just need to tell his feet and arms not to be so flippity floppy. Because root is where we get to move his positions. I think he's almost ready. One good way to figure this out would be to we might have to scale him a little bit again. If these are accurate anyway, I don't know if they are. And we want the root. Oh yeah. Here. I just need to do the mirroring. This is just testing. Testing how possible this is. I will undo all this. This is just making sure he can make it to... this position. I guess I never told this program to when I move this, it moves them to. I can't remember why. So let's reset. I think these guys are told. Did I do it? Did I do it with Ganondorf? Or did I just deal with it? Let's see, these are colored differently, probably for IK purposes. I think I just dealt with it in all his animations. Because I did it with Ingo, and it didn't bode out so well. I need to go take out the hamburger. So, let's see. Yeah. Wait, undo what I undid. No. I'm going to scale the weapon bone down. To 0, so it looks like it's gone. We need to... I'm just trying to get him into these handlebar poses. It'd be better to do the root. His hips. These guys need to up there, and then where are his knee bones? There they are. Just move them out in space. His ass disappeared. That's not good. May be able to get away with it though. This is why I usually put the bike model there. These are actually out a little bit. Kind of like that. That's why I put this here. I just want to get him into a bike pose. See how accurate I got it to be. I may copy these over. See how applicable it is. I can't remember if this is scaled for a large bike as well. I don't know if I'd have to scale it down. He may be huge. Oh no, I moved the bike model by itself and not as a whole unit. Here we go. Where's his root bone? I need to like turn the other one off or something. The names are starting to bother me. Root bone. Not bad. Other than the fact that it explodes, I need to fix that vertex paint for that, which we may be able to do. Figuring out, okay, nodes is not useful. It's garbage data. That's garbage data. Equipment. Called. It's redundant data. Spine 2, spine 1, hips. I'm wondering if it would be wise to lower. Here, let's select wherever hips is. Select inverse. Hide it. We can figure out what hips is specifically doing here. Or isn't, maybe, is the right word. It looks like it's the top, but I'm missing, I feel like I'm missing some vertexes here, and they're probably clipping through the white. So, do legs inherit any of the data here? Leg L, leg R. Spine 1. Oh, something happened there. I think I need to get rid of some of the legs here. The white part of the textures. It's mostly his tunic I'm worried about, so this I just want to go away. Ugh. Not move, hide. There we go. Now that's where his butt implodes. We want hips. What? What and where? Because did we tell the skeleton to rotate the hips, or is it the result of the root? What am I selecting? Hips. So, I want it to look normal. Or is it his legs rotating? Oh! Maybe in result of his legs. Still looks bad. So what about hips? No, spine 1. Spine has nothing to do with it. See what happens when he stands up. He gets a lot of his butt shape back. But it looks like it still curves out wrong. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that.
Bruh.
Is his legs too influential on that? On those weights? Look at leg. Ooh. there one in the center? I just can't see because the way it's clipping. I feel like that's doing something. Zimbabwe. No, I don't want more. How did it add more if I'm hitting it weight 0? That makes no sense. 0. It's getting red. What is happening, Blender?
Bruh.
I'm super confused. Spine 2 barely influences. Head, nothing. Elbow, hand, weapon. I still feel like it's in hips. Nothing's moving because I'm not moving the hips. I'm moving the legs. I can't select that. There we go. Is that fixing it at all? No, auto normalize. Maybe that's why it's turning red. Or is he just doing a natural pose? Trying to see how I'm posing Ganondorf here. I could just be doing his pose really badly. Just need to get rid of the true, rid of the names. It looks like his root bone's higher. Like that. And his hips. Where's his hips here? I know it's off screen. I apologize. Hip bone. Root bone. Oh, what'd I do? I still don't know if Alt-R does anything. Alt-R, yes. Yeah, something's still not vertex boned correctly, I feel like. At least based off of this. Here, let's look at his hips. I know it's different because he has no tunic to accommodate for, but I'm just curious to see how the hips look. He doesn't look like he has anything attached to the hips. He has hips boned, but he's not. Spine 2, arm L, elbow, hand, arm, elbow, hand, head. Yeah, he has no vertex on the hips. Is that why we're having issues? Vertex paint. Alt H. Hips. Spine 1 and hips, I feel like need to be merged. What happens if I just get rid of it? Hips are still doing something though. Oh, they're moving the legs. What about sitting in a cart? You sit down. Hips. The hips are just disjointed. They don't start doing stuff right till they're up there. Personally. Oh wait, I got rid of the hips. Where's the other armature? Probably because they're offset. Or the names. I need the names back. Names. Hip. That is not hip. Is it hip? Yes. Moving it is causing issues. Do I need it down here? Is that why? Did I do it wrong? What's this one? Hips. Let's go look at Ganondorf's model. Apparently I knew what I was doing back then and totally forgot. This is hips, I believe. Hip below a scale root. This was with spine 1. So we need to shrink the hips. Increase root for this guy. But I don't want it to start. Ganondorf's model starts his hip. Hold on. Not cart reference. I need Ganondorf. Where is the link armature? There. Oh, that's the second one. Alt H. Oh, everything unloaded. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Link skull. Link arm. There it is. Okay. So the hip for him starts there, and then Link's hips always start like that, and then does it dip downward with... Does it dip downward in the real one? Hip sticks out forward, and then in this one, the hip just goes straight down. So kind of like that. Is this gonna make it work better? And it's doing this stupid little magnety thing. Scale root. He still kind of gets invert butt. Okay, so when I do that and I move all these, it helps move him a little easier. The position I want. So we want the feet like that. And then scale root. Sitting down. Bend this. Wait, no. Sitting down, rotate the spine. And the hips are fucking up again. And take these. Bring them in. Line down. Up a little bit. Yeah, about there tilts it. And these should be the... Put the head up. Yeah, I still got something wrong with the hips. It's either the positioning or it's the way it's vertexed. And I can't figure that out without getting him into a pose where he distorts bad like that, and then we need to fix it. Frog legs. Because his legs are doing what they're supposed to do. And if he does his normal bike pose, where he's kind of like that, a little more upper, still looks terrible. It's probably where the root bone does stuff. go back. What the fuck is center root? And why is it in my vertex groups? Okay, there's spine 1. Head, shoulder. Foot L, foot R, hair. Hair B, hair 1, hair. Arm, arm, hand, 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 weapon. Ugh, my pain! The pain of all this. Oh, it's a bike. I thought it was a center. A creature or something. LOL. No, it's one of the speed bike models from Mario Kart 8. I'm using it as a reference while I get the animation set up, but right now his hips are wigging out, unlike Ganondorf's. Because apparently when I did Ganondorf's, I knew what I was doing, and it didn't screw up. So I'm trying to figure out why Link's ass is going away. But yeah, it's a bike. It's just not textured. That's why it looks funny. A bubblegum creature. But I've been sitting here working on this issue for way too long, and it's trying my patience. I'm trying to figure it out. It's either something I don't have or something I'm overcompensating for in the way things are parented, maybe. It could be the way things are parented, I don't know. Oh, that might be right, because maybe in this one, I never fixed it. So, the hip is parented to... Oh. Let's see. Yes, and then these are connected to... Ganondorf, give me some representation here. Thank you. You have the legs connected like that way too. Okay. Maybe I was wrong. So... what is making this messed up? Because I'm pretty sure the parents are correct on both of them. Oh! No! Are you... The hip isn't connected to the spine, and for some reason I think this one is. Unless I'm getting it wrong. Well, here, let me clear parent and then take these two. Keep offset. I think that's what it's supposed to do. Let me look at Ganondorf's. We need the other skeleton. Let's see here. Hips. I wish it told me the parents. I'm pretty sure there is a button for that, but... Okay, now his legs are doing a thing. What is going on here? Oh, they're completely removed from their spot. Is there a reason why? Let's just go through the armature. Usually this tells me what's parented to what. Okay, the hips are there. The hips are separate from the spine, so it's already as intended. Huh. So I guess I'm going back to my theory of weight pain. So spine one. It's so weird that it's doing this. The legs maybe are having too much influence on the skirt. Let's see. He's positioned right there. But that's back here, I think, where it's doing that. Okay, let's get him into a less... whatever it's called. Back to a normal pose. I just needed to have him, like, bend over. Yeah, he's not being influenced enough in the spine, I feel like. With Ganondorf, however... let's bend over the spine. There's a little more assage there. So if we go to weight pain, there's more of the back hip there in the spine, if that's the spine one. So maybe what I don't have right with Link is the Spine 1 Vertex paint. So back to Spine 1, and there's like nothing for his ass. Yeah.
Nice.
So we want 0.3. Let's see if this fixes. Nope. Is it 0.5? 0.5 is green. I think those are the three that are causing issues. Okay. Ooh. So we just maybe need more polygons there to help curve it. I don't know if I need to do that just yet, but let's do some pose testing. So let's get them back standing. Move everything. Come into position on the bike. Usually something kind of like that. And then get these guys up here. Separate them out because you would do on a bike. Start bending forward. His arms try to reach for the handlebars. I think we might need to move him up on the bike a little bit. That. I don't even know if this is scaled properly for the game. I'm just using it for references. It's not as bad, but it may need more polygons. I feel like that's the problem. Okay, his hands are now way off course. Oops. Hands also need to be more relaxed. Something kind of like that. So he can lean, because this is the faster bike that's not fun to drift in my opinion. But, oh, his legs are still funky. If you were to be racing with him, this is kind of what you would see. Maybe we need more bend. More head up. Kind of. So yeah, it may be just because there's not enough polygons back there. So it means his, whatever you call it, his tunic on the bottom where the skirt is may need more polygons. I'm going to save now and see if that's the issue. So let me pick from everything. I just want to pick the skirt and subdivide. Ooh, it's still dropping down. His ass is still falling to the floor. I think it needs more influence. The spine one needs more of the bottom of it. If you see what I'm talking about here. So before we do the subdivide, reset his pose again for the 37th time. Take this, go into weight paint, spine 1, and then this one we'll do low. We'll do 0.3. Oh yeah, there's double. Maybe that's what's erroring here. Only one of them's being painted. I forgot I had it double-sided because it's only one side. It'd get cold. So let's just do all of it. No, not the shield. We need to get rid of the shield. How do we do that? L, hide. Vertex paint. Will that fix it? Time to move him again for the 37th time. Get him into the pose. Do we rotate? And then arms inward. And the spine. Look up. I think, in a way, that fixed it. Other than the clipping here, I don't think it's too noticeable. And if he has to do anything where he leans up and does like an attack, it's not gonna make him clip through his self. So this may have fixed itself without having to add more polygons. If we have to, we'll just move him like that. It covers it a little bit more. I'm still in the UV editing. Let's go to the animation one so it looks clean. I almost wonder if it would be a good idea to have him have jiggle physics for his shield and his sword. I just don't know. It'd be subtle, but it'd have to be on hair B. Let's Alt-H. Let's click all of these. We'll do hair B. Hair B, right? Hair B. Let's do 0.1 sign. So now if the hair B bone wiggles... Oh. Is that hair B? Did I ever tell it to copy rotation? Where is it? Arm L. Hair B. Here we go. I never told it to. Ooh. I don't like that. Anyway, copy rotation. I need to do this really quick. We need IK armature. Hair B. Local space. Local space. We can switch to the other skeleton. So it's gonna sit there and wiggle back and forth. Yeah, these guys don't need that. He looks pretty posable though, using the Inkling Boy. Now I need to do it again for the stupid squid. Oh, the pain and agony. But that's okay. I feel like I'm done. I'm 3 hours. I did 1 hour extra than I was supposed to. This was all just a test stream to make sure everything streamed okay. I did it on Wi-Fi 6. No. 5 gigahertz signal. I think it's still Wi-Fi, whatever it's called. I used to stream with Ethernet cable, and I'm not. And so far, no packets dropped, no dropped frames. Oh, I got to do a game real quick. So, I did Mario Kart way earlier, but I'm gonna try and do desktop capture. So let's turn off display, and I'll boot up a game really quick. I'll try Scum. Scum maxes out my GPU. Let's see, webcam plus screen. Do I have like a no text? I do not have a no text thingy. It'll pop up eventually. Oh, it's on capture specific window. Capture any full screen application. I'm gonna capture frame rate. I have to have limit capture frame rate on because I think that's what lets me play with an uncapped frame rate, but captures only 60 for you guys. Let me make sure game nudity censoring is on. Okay. It looks like it's running well so far. It's obviously not maxing out the GPU when it's on the load screen, but as long as my frame isn't dropping frames, like my green screen. Oh, is it nighttime? It's always freaking nighttime. Let me guess. Yep, the sun's setting. Okay. Which means we get to play in night vision.
Bruh.
Okay. trying to move around while the game's running to see if I stutter at all or anything. Here, we're gonna drive a motorcycle over to the farm. Let me empty out my stuff. Oh no! I have a disposable mask mission I'm supposed to hurry up and do. Let's go drive over there and do that. Whoa! Okay. Don't worry. There's some natural stutter just from the traversal of the game. Okay. I'm feeling cold. Yes, it's nighttime. You should feel cold. I just don't know if there's any NPCs in the area. I only have an hour to do this, so this is a good thing I tested myself here. There we go. I think that was the only one. I have absinthe, emergency bandage. This is funny music to play over here in the town. There's my clock tower.
Nice.
Ugh. Animal skin at 80% durability. Guitar. Metal scraps. That one's easy. Kill a deer. Oh, we just need a crap ton of metal. Oof. Another bait feeder. I'll take that. Why not? Ooh, is that corn?
Nice.
More money. Make sure no one's trying to hunt me. I can't run. Overweight. And I need more metal. I'll do the metal thing and then be done. I just need 20. So let's see. I'm at 3. I need to go find more. Got a Tommy gun. About 5, we need 20. There's another 3, or 8. This is why usually the night vision helps. Mostly for you guys. I think I have a up the gamma buffer setting on here. There we go. You guys can see better. It's still dark on my screen. Boom, 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 boom. We're 8. I'm going to drop this right here for now and then. So I can run. Speed this up a little bit. Dum, dum, dum. Ooh, lead.
Nice.
I see a puppet over there. He sees me. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. I'm bleeding. I need to repair myself. What did he damage? I see my backpack. My pants. Why are they wet? Oh, they're probably still wet from before. My backpack's damaged. I don't care about my gloves. I always find new pairs. Bunch of metal. I hear another guy over here. Hopefully that didn't attract a horde. It did, kind of. I hear them in the distance. Or just maybe attracted one? Okay. I'm running. We did it. And she went inside the pharmacy there. Oh yeah, the bait feeder. I already have 2 of those, you know what? Oh shit! Where are you? He's fighting puppets. Yeah, you done fuckered up, buddy. You done fuckered up.
Contact.
Oh, they must have damaged me. They took some hit of my armor. What else did they hurt, though? Sometimes they usually hurt my backpack and stuff. It looks like they didn't... She must have had a shotgun. No, she had a 22. Okay. I thought it was a shotgun. She barely nicked me then. NPCs made an appearance at the end of the stream, because of course they did. How many shots did I shoot? Almost, at least like 12, 13 maybe. Look at that arrow. Okay, let's get the heck back to base and call it a day. It's nice to know that I finally got Project Hyrule Kart somewhat in order. I just have to hope the model works. Because I have to name the stuff right and import all the textures properly. And then do the thing where Link changes models on Inkling. I think I might try that first. Rig him as the Inkling model and then... yeah. Okay. How am I on the gas here really quickly? 57%. I'm gonna refill that. It keeps my refrigerator nice and cool. Fill that up. There we go. Topped off. My dude could use a snack. We'll eat some meat. Some raisins. And then drink some tea. As it glitches out. Don't mind that. Okay, so it looks like Scum worked fine, which means most other games will. Maybe the only game that would stress it out would be something like Battlefield. I can whoa, words. I can test that on Twitch, so I'll get the lockout screen here. Thank everybody. I will thank everybody for coming by. It looks like Overload and Form Fluffy were the main people who chatted here, and then my little test chat at the beginning. Thank you for watching. I will try and do this more often and see how much further we can get on Project Hyrule Kart. So we're going to get Link's dummy model, Ganondorf reanimated, Zelda reanimated, and Hyrule track redone. Because I have one that's Hyrule, well, you drive through the city and through the castle, the courtyards. But I just want one where it's just Hyrule Field, so it's more streamlined, and you can just race in a big circle for that. That'll be the next stage, and then I'll think about something else, like Lon Lon Ranch maybe, or something like that, and then items. So, yay! I'll see you guys all later. Have a good day.